Hi folks, Dave with DBSTechTalk, back from vacation and ready to get back on schedule and start producing more videos again for you folks. So this isn't a review, this isn't anything, this is just let's get caught up and in a little what's upcoming type of video. Things that are planned. One, we have the HiFiMan HE560. We're going to do some more updates and review and a comparison on that. And I probably will compare it to the 4XX and Mr. Speaker's Aeon Flow Opens. And what else we got over here? We have a lot of people come that in comments in the past over the years that have said the HE560 is similar to a planar version of the HD600. So I will probably do a video on that. Also, we have the Monoprice Monolith THX AAA 788 amp to review. We have the the Ibasso ITO1s, and we'll do a comparison between them and the other in-ears that I have in-house. I have the Elex HD600 comparison to do. Also, somebody is loaning me the HD650, so we'll be able to do a comparison between the HD650 and the HD600. Probably do a comparison between the 650 and the Elex, and a comparison between the Elex, the 650, and the 600 versus each other. Might do comparisons of those versus the Elex. We also have the AudioQuest Red or Black coming in for review. And so I'll be able to tell you a little bit about a small USB DAC amp. And also we have the Alex Cavelli Liquid Carbon X amp coming. And so that'll be nice to be able to compare versus CTH. And also in having a balanced amp that I can use to connect to the Cavelli the Geshelli Labs Enog 2 Pro DAC, and be able to use their balanced outs. A few other things that we may do a review on is the Pioneer DAP that I've been using, which is an amazing little device, and then also just whatever else happens to come in. Speaking of coming in, if you have gear that you would like me to review, if you are recommending something and maybe you have it in-house, or you would like to see me review it, there are a couple different ways that you can help. Number one, you could either loan it to me. There is a link down below to my email. Send me an email, see if it's something that I'm interested in. Or there's also a link for a PayPal to support the channel if you would like to donate to the cause. Anything helps to be able to provide more gear to do reviews on. And if you do decide to send an email and say, hey, I have the HiFiMan Susvaras and this beautiful benchmark DAC amp that I would like to loan you, I would say, sure, here is my street address and here's the time frames that I would like to have for a review period. And this is how we'll break out the shipping. And if we agree to terms, you can go ahead and send the benchmark DAC amp and HiFiMan Susvaras my way, and I'll gladly baby them and pamper them and take care of them, and send them back to you after my reviews are done. Of course, that's just one item on my dream list. But feel free to reach out to me, and we'll see what kind of gear we can get to do reviews on. And I will even be glad to do swapping of some of my gear if you want to borrow something of mine to hear. I've just done that with a recent gentleman, and seems to be going quite well. So look forward to maybe doing that with someone else. If you're interested in one of my other headphones or one of my gear, and you have something that you think would be of interest to me, shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to make an arrangement for you. Vacation. How was it, Dave? Well, vacation was amazing. Got to go out into the sunshine and just renew and just get refreshed. Do some thinking, spend some time with the wife and some family, and just eat great food, and spend a lot of time in the water and in the sun, and just enjoyed the whole time. I did learn something, though, and it really, really surprised me. So I happened on the airplane, and my wife took her Bose QC25s, and I took my advanced GT3s because I usually use in-ears when I travel, especially on airplanes. I don't do a whole lot of flying. I don't do traveling on trains or anything like that. But when I do travel, I like to take in-ears just because they're portable, they're small, and they're, fairly comfortable for me. But this time I decided, hey, you know what? We have this extra pair of noise-canceling over-ears in the Monoprice Solace. I'll just take these along and try them out, because I never did get to try them out on an airplane, and I never got to really use them in a mega noisy environment, because I don't live in that. And so I took them, stashed them in my bag along with my GT3s. On the way down there, I used my GT3s and on the first leg of our flight, and they worked out well. They isolated really well. Could barely hear the engine, just a smidge of the engine noise using the triple flanges. They isolated really well, and music sounded great. Didn't have a problem with it. On the second leg, I decided to use the Monoprice, and my wife was watching something or listening to some music, and she took out her Bose QC25s, turned them on, and didn't even start playing music yet. She just had the noise canceling on, and she takes them off and motions to me and says, use these, try these out. And so I took off the Monoprice Solace and I put the Bose on, and the difference in quality of the noise canceling just blew my mind. And so I handed back the QC25s grudgingly after about 30 seconds and said, yes, that's very nice. Wish I had those. And put my Monoprice back on. And I turned the noise canceling on. And the GT3s were better. I never thought that in-ears would be better noise canceling when they don't even have that technology in them. And it just shows how much lacking those Monoprices are. And even when I did my Bose QC25 review, I mentioned that I made an error in my original review. But I think that the Monoprices, they just kind of muffle the sound and reduce it by about probably 50%. The Bose are up there 85-90% reduction. Those advanced GT3s for the isolating with the triple flanges, silicone tips in, is probably at least 75-80% reduction. I mean, I could legitimately hardly hear it. So I learned something, and that is that you don't necessarily need noise canceling, but the Bose are really good, especially on airplanes. And if you want an over ear, I highly recommend that you just pay the money and you go on the boat. You go with the Bose. If you're thinking about the mono price, don't skimp out. Pay the extra and get the Bose. They're well worth it. Those are the only two I've ever tried, so I can't compare versus any others. But the mono price are okay if you're just in a house or a very semi-noisy setting, like a semi-quiet office. They would be okay. If you have outside noise, like someone's mowing the grass or chopping a tree down, and you're inside and you're using them, it'll block those noises out. But if you're on an airplane, you're probably more than likely, if you're on a train, if you're driving in a car and there's a lot of people chattering and talking, riding on a bus or something, they're not going to do near as well. Get the Bose. That's what I learned on my trip. I also learned a bunch of other stuff, and that is that when you're on vacation, it's just fun and just enjoy yourself. Relax. Don't think about anything else. Just live in the moments and enjoy life. So anyways, we are ready to go on our continuing part of the reviews and of the channel. One change that's probably going to be made, and that is more than likely videos will only be released one time a week during the summer months. And just so you know a little bit about my life. My wife is a school teacher, and so she is home during the summer, and it's harder to do videos and stuff like that when there's more going on in the household during the daytime. Mondays will be more of the day that fits the schedule and is easier. So more than likely videos will be released once a week on Mondays. Maybe a few extras done here and there throughout the summertime. But once the school year starts back up here, we will get back onto a more multiple video schedule if I have the stuff to review and to talk about and to chat about. So, anyways, lots of upcoming stuff, lots of changes. Well, actually, only one change. And hit me up in the via email if you would like to see more reviews done and you have something that you would like to send in. Feel free to donate down below via the link, and keep watching and subscribing. And oh, that is something different. We're up to over 250 subscribers now on the channel. I do greatly appreciate everybody that has subscribed and watches my videos. And this channel continues to amaze me at the rate that it is growing, and greatly appreciate everybody that watches and subscribes. That drives me to make more videos and to continue to put out content that you all enjoy. So thank you for all of that. And also for all of the responses and notes and questions that are given in the comments on the videos. I do greatly appreciate that. And that kept me busy while I was on vacation. I enjoyed responding to them all while I was out and about. Gave me something to do to kind of get away and to think about stuff. So this has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video.